All right, so the A's lost to the Boston Red Sox to open up a new series. It's funny, of course, the A's lost to Boston, and the other day the Warriors lost to Boston in Game 1 of the finals. But yeah, the A's lost 7-2 in a game that really was not theirs the whole time. They were down 4-0 at one point. Then they, cut that lead in half, but then Boston in the ninth inning got 3 runs, and so the A's lost 7-2. And yeah, Trevor Story kind of defined this game. But yeah, let's get into this. James Kaprielian was on the mound for the A's. He really hasn't been pitching well this season. I mean, obviously last season he was pretty good, and obviously he just right now isn't really performing well. He allowed a Xander Bogaerts solo homer in the top of the 4th inning, and that made it 1-0 Red Sox. And yeah, and Xander Bogaerts passed Everett Scott to set the Red Sox record for the most games played at shortstop with 1,094. And so yeah, that's kind of an interesting little fact there. Franchy Cordero got an RBI double, and that was off Kaprielian as well in the 4th inning, and that made it 2-0 Boston. And then Trevor Story got a 2-run double. Like I said, he had a really good game, and he, extended their lead by, double what it was. That actually wasn't off Kaprielian. That was off Parker Markle, and that made it 4-0 Boston. So yeah. Then, in the bottom of the 8th, the A's finally had some offense. Jed Lowry got an RBI double off Matt Strahm, and that made it 4-2 in the left field corner. I mean, you can always rely on Jed Lowry for a double, and he came out, big in that game. However, in the 9th inning, like I said, Boston had a very good performance. Sam Moll pitching. Rafael Devers got an RBI double, the All-Star last season, and that made it 5-2. Then Xander Bogaerts, who hit the solo homer earlier, got a 2-run double, also off Sam Moll, and that was a barely a fair ball. It was in the left field corner, made it 7-2 Boston, and then Franchy Cordero got the final out in right field. So yeah, that ended the game. It was 7-2. Boston won. The A's, I mean, it's just depressing. I mean, like, we've got swept to the Astros, and then of course we've lost just 4 in a row now, and we're just not playing good at all. And I feel like that's such an obvious statement. The A's in their last 10 are 3-7, and they are 15 games back of the Astros. And the interesting thing is, you look at the other divisions, and that's very much on par with like these very bad teams as well. The most a team is back is 16 in the American League, at least, is 16 games back, and that's the Orioles. And the A's are 15 games back. The A's have one of the lowest win percentages in the American League and all of baseball, with a .370 win percentage. The A's are 20-34, and the Red Sox, obviously, they're not having the best season either, considering their budget and their payroll, but they're 25-27, which is still a lot better than what the A's are. So, I mean, it's very, very depressing right now to be an A's fan, but that's the way it is. Yeah, so the A's lose 7-2. I'm just upset with the way they're playing, and I think we're going to get swept to Boston. We're going to play them 2 more times, and then we have Atlanta, and then the Guardians. So, teams that, I mean, the Guardians aren't the best team either, but they swept us, and then we have the World Series defending champions. So, it's definitely a big struggle coming up. And I'm just, I've had it with the way it's going. But like I said, we have the Warriors playing Boston, we have the A's playing Boston, and yeah, both are struggling. So anyways, guys, the A's lose 7-2 to the Boston Red Sox. Red Sox moved to 25-27, A's moved to 20-34. And yeah, so let me know your guys' thoughts. I'll see you guys later, and yeah, go A's.